Okay, Baltimore City Council Ways and Means Committee. We're here for 2 bill hearings today. I'm Eric Costello, Councilman for the 11th District, Chair of the committee. Joined to my left, Councilman Robert Stokes, 12th District, Vice Chair of the committee. Councilman Ryan Dorsey, 3rd District, Member of the committee. Councilman Chris Burnett, 8th District, Member of the committee. To my right, Councilman John Bullock, 9th District, and Council Vice President Sharon Green Middleton, 6th District, Member of the committee. Councilman Isaac Yitzi Schleifer, 5th District, Member of the committee, has an excused absence today. To my immediate right is Marguerite Curran, staff to the committee. We have representatives from Mayor Brandon Scott and Council President Nick Mosby's office. First up, City Council Bill 22-0286. Sale of property, south side of Boston Street, southwest corner, and South Newkirk Street, Block 6587, Lot 008A, and south side Boston Street, southeast corner, and South Newkirk Street, Block 6587A, Lot 016. Perfect. Law Department, approved for form and legal sufficiency?
Yes, Michelle Toth on behalf of Law Department. We approve for form and legal sufficiency. In Section 3 on line 12, it looks like a word is missing.
Would that be the word which?
Correct.
We have an amendment to address that. Very good. Anything else from law?
No.
Thank you. Department of Finance does not oppose?
Correct. Mara James, Department of Finance. We stand by report. We do not oppose this legislation.
Thank you. Department of Planning, no objection?
Lauren Chiswick, Department of Planning, no objection.
Thank you. Department of Housing and Community Development, favorable?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair and members of the committee. Stephanie Murdoch, Director of Legislative Services for DHCD. We support the Law Department's clarifying amendments, and we respectfully request a favorable report. Thank you.
Thank you. Department of Real Estate, favorable with the amendment?
Yes, good morning. Casey Kelleher on behalf of the Department of Real Estate. We support this legislation, and thank you for the support around the amendments.
Thank you. And Board of Estimates, it will be referred to BOE for final approval. Colleagues, on our desks is an amendment offered up by Real Estate. I assume Law Department has seen this amendment. I will read it on page 2 in line 12. After, quote, lot 016, end parentheses, end quote, insert, quote, which, end quote, and on that same page in line 24, strike, quote, used, end quote, and substitute, quote, owned, end quote. I'm going to bring this over to you.
I have actually seen it. I just wanted to say, with respect to the Second Amendment, it's entirely up to you whether you choose to adopt that one. I have looked at past bills, and it uses the original language that you have. I just suggested it because it aligned the language above it with respect to ownership of the subsurface structures, but either way is fine.
So Law Department is indifferent and doesn't have a position on the
Correct.
second clause? Okay.
That's correct.
Real Estate, you want to stay as is on this amendment?
As is fine.
Thank you. Colleagues, any questions? Are there any members of the public who wish to testify? Seeing as there's none, colleagues, is there a motion to move the amendment? Motion by Dorsey, second by Burnett. Costello, yes. Burnett? Yes. Dorsey? Yes. McCray absent. Middleton? Yes. Schleifer? Excused. Stokes?
Yes.
Amendment passes. Colleagues, is there a motion to move the bill favorably as amended? Motion to move as amended by Dorsey, second by Burnett. Costello, yes. Burnett? Yes. Dorsey? Yes. McCray absent. Middleton? Yes. Schleifer excused. Stokes?
Yes.
This bill passes 5-0, moves to second reader at the next full meeting of the City Council. Next up, City Council Bill 23-0384, sale of property, 14 to 17 Light Street, also known as 7 East Redwood Street. Law Department, approved for form and legal sufficiency?
Good, yes. Teresa Cummings on behalf of the Law Department, and the Law Department approves the bill for form and legal sufficiency.
Thank you. Department of Finance does not oppose?
Good morning. Mara James, Department of Finance. We stand by report. We do not oppose this
Thank
sale.
you. Department of Housing and Community Development does not object?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Stephanie Murdoch with Baltimore City DHCD. We stand by our bill report. We do not object to the passage of this bill.
Thank you. Department of Planning, no objection.
Thank you. Lauren Chiswick, Department of Planning, and the Department of Planning has no objection to this bill.
Thank you. Department of Real Estate, comments?
Good morning, Casey Kelleher, on behalf of the Department of Real Estate. We have no objection to this bill. We just want to note, which we did so in our bill report, that there are multiple city agencies with leases in this building, and that we stand ready to support anyone that needs to end their lease early for any reason. But that's all we want to include. We understand from BDC that that may not need to happen for some years, but we're here at the ready in case it needs to happen sooner.
Thank you. Board of Estimates, bill will be referred to BOE for final approval. Ms. Clark, BDC, anything to add?
Not unless there's questions.
Thank you. Colleagues, are there any questions? Seeing as there's none, are there any members of the public who wish to testify on this bill? Seeing as there's none, colleagues, is there a motion to move the bill favorably? Motion by Dorsey, is there a second? Second by Burnett. Costello, yes. Burnett? Dorsey? McCray, absent. Middleton? Schleifer, excused. Stokes? This bill passes 5-0, moves to second reader at the next full meeting of the City Council. We're now in recess. Thank you.
And there you have it.